former Mahoning County commissioner writes a book claiming he was wrongly sent to prison.
They took my good name and my reputation from me, and the people got a right to know what I went through.
Stan talks with Frank Lordi about his new book and how he plans to tell his side of the story and clear his name.
However, the media never asked the $64,000 question, and that is, why are you forming a Mahoning County Fraud Task Force to clean up public corruption now when you're going out of office? Well, it's because they had an ulterior motive. It was to get back at those that were responsible for their demise.
That's absolutely illegal and unethical, and I know better, and I wouldn't do that.
During his 1999 trial, Lordi testified that he did not have two county employees collect petitions on county time. Today, he denied it again.
So I go down to my office. There's two gentlemen in suits, and they identify themselves with their identification, and that they were two agents with the FBI, and they were here to ask me some questions. And he says, well, you know, we feel we got you on 3 felonies. We could charge you under the RICO statute.
In my view, the Sixth Amendment of the United States, guaranteeing the right to a fair trial, is applied to the states, and the 14th Amendment has been violated. For purposes of this appeal, it is Mr. Lordi's position that his right to a fair trial was violated, and his conviction should be reversed based upon the following violations. Number 1, the right to effective counsel. Number 2, the right to have a fair trial, which prohibits prosecutorial misconduct as alleged herein. Number 3, the right to present his own theory in defense of the charges against him.
That everybody thought I was a corrupt thief and no good politician, and that hurt me big time. So that kind of really upset me, so I pushed myself away from the desk, and I got up and I went over to him and I said, fellas, this interview is over. When I said that this is over, and he pulls out and says, I have a search warrant for this building. On cue, 4 more FBI agents came out, and the 6 deputy/investigators were swarming through my offices, taking pictures, taking everything out of the files, making copies. But what happened next was a real shocker for me. As I step out the back door, there was Channel 21, 27, 33, the Vindicator, I believe the Warren Tribune was there, the Legal News, and there might have been a couple other. I was just flabbergasted. They had set me up.
Cutting a deal with the state of Ohio to reduce a felony down to a misdemeanor in exchange for his testimony against Mr. Lordi. The deal being finalized, the reduction and sentence forthcoming, and now all of a sudden another member in the same law firm is now in court representing Mr. Lordi, and the trial judge is saying, I don't find that a problem with this law firm representing both sides of this matter, where it's hard to work through that without it raising a significant question as to how it could not present a problem.
It's the same very person that I helped throw out of office. It's Frank Lordi. He says, how you doing, Frankie? And I says, okay. I says, I just like to ask you something. I says, my lawyer may have a conflict of interest. Would you be willing to take my case if he does? And he looked at me, and without hesitation, he didn't look at me. He told me without hesitation, absolutely. And he says, nobody should go to jail over politics. I got to move forward, so I'm moving forward.
Frank Lordi is now 74. He does name names in the book. We're not going to. For that, you'll have to read it.